Hi everyone, today on the show we have a gorgeous guest. She has used her life challenges and changed them and found the diversity in music. I call it Life's a Song. You can change it at any given moment. Welcome, Antoinette.
Hello, Anastasia. Lovely to be here.
Oh, thank you, Antoinette, for joining us. So please tell us your story.
Well, the reason I've been doing this work, which is Your Life is a Song, is that I remembered as a child that I used to listen to the Beethoven Pastoral, a big piece of classical music when I was a child. And that music, even though my family life was quite tumultuous, I don't know if anybody out there has had a tumultuous family life, but mine was very tumultuous and quite frightening at times. And that piece of music was actually the thing that made me remember that life could be good, that it would be all right. And it gave me a great sense of security.
So that vibe it gave you inside, it just raised you.
It did. It raised me up. It actually went, oh no, it's all right. There are good things, And so as I went on into my teenage years, I listened to lots of hilarious songs, as many of us did. And we used to listen to Bob Dylan, and he was a great man of the time. And then when I was really angry and upset with my family, I used to play that great Animals song, You've Got to Get Out of This Place, very loudly so that my parents would know how I felt about them. But, I was married very early at the age of 20, which I think is probably a bit early. And that marriage didn't last. It ended after 10 years. And my first husband, he's a lovely man. We got on very well, but there wasn't that really strong heart connection.
Okay.
And I found as I went through my life that I was just whinging all the time, basically, just whinging. And I went to see a marriage guidance counselor, and he said to me, Antoinette, you've got all of the icing, but you've got no cake. And I thought, what's cake? I hadn't understood what that deep heart connection was. Anyway, I had a hilarious dream at that time about Elvis Presley. And in that dream, Elvis Presley.
It's amazing how you were drawn to music.
I know, music's there all the time. Yeah. And Elvis Presley said to me in the dream, baby, you're a whingy flame. So it was like he was telling me that I was really whinging. And I realized that all my life, in that part of my life, because I was upset about my marriage breaking up, it had become a habit. Okay. And I'd started just whinging all the time and outraged. Nothing was good enough. And I would blame everybody else for things. And it was a real wake-up call, that dream, a really big wake-up call.
So was that the turning point in your life where you thought, you know what, I've got to take this on board, maybe I am a whinge?
Look, I think it was one of the main turning points. No, yeah. I think I've had a number of them.
Oh, okay.
And anyway, the thing was that I did then think, oh my goodness, what am I doing? And I'd met my cake by then.
God bless.
I met my second husband, who I've now been with for 28 years,
that's
a very long time.
That's excellent.
Who I just adore. And so even though I'd met him, I was still whinging because it had become a habit. And what I think happens then is that's the influence you have in your life. That's sort of what undercurrents. Okay. It's like the underscore or the musical score of your life.
Okay.
And so even though you're trying to be happy and do things, you got, as we say with Bono, you got stuck in a moment and you can't get out. Because he wrote that song for Michael Hutchence. And he wrote that song because Michael Hutchence got stuck in a moment and he was constantly in drama and upset and living that party rock star life, even though all the rest of them had moved on and had children and were living a more balanced life.
Yeah, but even the life sometimes can get the better of you, and you don't really know that you're stuck until it comes. Yeah, so.
Yeah, and unfortunately, poor Michael Hutchence stayed in that moment, and he didn't make it. And it was actually Bono's real love for him that he wrote that song. And I knew that I was stuck in a moment. I really knew I was stuck in a moment. And I think that was probably, you're right, when I started to search for how I could find happiness, how I could find the essential me.
So where did Did you find that you had to do it, you had to go within to find that happiness?
Oh, I did. I
You
did.
can't rely on outside sources.
Well, you can't, and I think that's the biggest lesson of our lives is that we can't outsource our happiness to our partners, our children, our friends. It actually has to begin in our own hearts, and that's self-love.
And not only that, that when you do find it within yourself, you can give it to another.
Well, when you have it there,
You just
then
give.
you're not living in resentment, you're not living in fury, you haven't got that little volcano going on inside of what do you want me to do now.
Yeah.
You're actually at peace with yourself,
Yes.
and you back yourself, and then you've got a full heart in order to be able to love
That's
somebody
right.
else.
So what have you, through your experiences, where are you now today? What are your accomplishments?
Well, I've done lots of things, and I know that I'm continuing to learn. I've had a very deep spiritual transformation it started about 25 years ago, but it has been really intense for the last 12 years.
Oh, excellent.
I started the Peace Angels in the year 2000.
Peace Angels, amazing.
Yeah, so I'd love to talk to you about that sometime.
Oh, that's another show.
That's another show.
That's another show.
Yeah, so the Peace Angels was great, and I've also been traveling the world, going to India regularly, and studying a lot of quite advanced practices in peace.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. Good on you. So you found your inner peace and you're
I have.
actually preaching it. That is fantastic. Anyway,
Can
very
I tell
nice.
you? Can
Yes,
I
go
tell
on.
you my favourite song now?
Tell
Can
me.
I tell you
I was going to ask you, what is your song here and now today?
It's called Walking on Sunshine,
Oh, excellent.
and I love it.
Oh, well, that says it all, really.
Yeah.
You're the ray of light. You're the
Yeah.
sunshine. That's fantastic. Nice having you on the show, Antoinette, today.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. If there's a message you'd like to deliver to all the viewers out there, what would it be, the message you would like to deliver to them today?
Today, if we're talking about the song of your life, to have a really good think about what is the soundtrack of your life at the moment, and just start to see, because you are the most positive influence that you can have on your own life. So it's important to know where you are up to at this time.
Excellent. Well said. Anyway, thank you, Antoinette.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you. And signing off for now from the Talk Show Angel at
Verkos TV!